Hey everyone, Jace here. It's been quite a while since I made a video. I think my last one was like at 2 months on T, and I'm almost 10 months. Yeah, I got kind of lazy. I kept thinking like, oh, I need to make video, and it was like 4 months, and then 5 months, and then 9 months, and yeah, so on and so forth. Um, yeah, so I guess I'll start with changes. I have noticed quite a few in some departments, and then in others, like not as much. For example, body hair. I have good leg hair, kinda. I don't have that much, but it's dark, and that's nice. It does come all the way up my thigh, but I don't have body hair pretty much anywhere else, except facial hair is pretty good. You can't see it here. I mean, kinda. Like sideburns are coming in. You still can't really see it. Like the video just doesn't do it justice. Um, and I do shave like my upper lip because if I don't, it just looks like a dirt stash, and I don't rock the dirt stash. I don't think I can just pull off the solo stash. Um, yeah, and then I have this one like really long hair over here. No, you're not gonna be able to see it, but that's okay. And then I have another one here, and people are like, "Yeah, you need to like trim those." I'm like, "No, no, I have to keep them. They're sacred." Uh, I know it's kind of silly, but I'm not the only person that does that. I know that for a fact. um, yeah, what else? Voice changed probably, or sorry to change. Doesn't just. It's not like I woke up with a really deep voice. But yeah, I started noticing changes around. I think it was like 3-ish months. It was December, and I started hormones late September. Um, and it was a weird sensation first too because I'm a singer, and so I was in choir, and I used to be a first soprano. Fortunately, I was singing alto at the beginning of this year. I started noticing I'm like, oh, like it feels weird to sing on my head voice. Like my voice was getting tired, which usually like never happens when like singing in my head voice. And then then the squeaking started happening just while I was singing, and then finally like my voice would start cracking when I talk, especially when I get excited, because my voice gets higher. And whenever it would get too high, it would just like crack. And be like, oh no. Yeah, so my friends tease me a little bit, but that's fine. Um, yeah, and it's been cool. Of course, it's like a lot deeper when I wake up, and then throughout the day gets higher, but it's definitely changed. I want to go back and listen to like my first two videos just to see. Yeah, I haven't been like recording my voice elsewhere really, so it'll be interesting. Um, sorry, there's the hair. As you can see, my hair is also different. Yeah, I like dyeing my hair. What else? What else? What else? Adam's apple, kind of. Yeah, you can kind of see. That's cool. And then I haven't really had too much like fat redistribution, which is fine because I know that takes longer. But my legs have gotten skinnier, and I don't know. I noticed this one day, just like I was in my boxers. I was like looking in the mirror, and I'm like, why do my legs look so like weird? Um, yeah, but then like everywhere else is pretty much the same. And I started working out a little bit, which is cool. I definitely feel like stronger, but I'm still not very muscular. I will see like barely any. And then that side is even worse. That's not too bad though. But yeah, and I get a lot of dysphoria about like being kind of small and like petite, and so I was trying to work out my forearms, which here, you can kind of see. Yeah, I feel like that's a weird thing to get dysphoric about, um, but not really because I feel like that has prevented me from passing in the past. Um, I'm 5'4", and I weigh like 110 pounds. I'm just like fairly small boned, and yeah, I don't know. I get really dysphoric about that. Sorry, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what else. I probably should have written things down, but I didn't, so bear with me. I think those are like the major changes that I've noticed a lot of. I also get more acne. My skin is more oily. I can't see too much here. That's good. Yeah, before when I used to get acne, like, pretty much just on my forehead. Like, the first time I went through puberty. And then now, it's like the lower half of my face. Which is awkward. I'm like, oh gosh, I have like a zit. Oh, my mouth's up. But, no, I don't. So it's fine. Although, this is a scar, I just want to point out. I don't know, you can kind of see it there. Gosh, what else? My dose now, I'm still on the estrogen blockers, and my testosterone dose is 200 milligrams, which is 1 milliliter. So, let me just get a syringe real quick. Oh! I'm not going to unwrap it. But so this is one of my syringes, right? So 1 is about here, and that's like the bottom. So, yeah, some guys, and it's every other week, so some people say that that's a lot. But my doses have been pretty okay, except for last time I got my blood tested. Well, I guess not last time now, but I'll explain. Getting ahead of myself. But yeah, my T levels were too high, and my doctors actually said that's fine as long as my red blood cell count doesn't go up, because I didn't have to worry about clotting and stuff, and it had gone up a little bit. So the head doctor, who isn't the one that I see personally, she took me off T. She wanted me to be off for like 3 weeks and then get more blood work, and then go back on after, like, to see if we need to readjust my dose or whatever. What happened was I did the initial 3 weeks with no T, and I was still taking the estrogen blockers. And then I did the blood test, whatever. But because they had to wait to get the test results back, I ended up being off T for like 5 weeks. And I had some issues with Shark Week and spotting. That was really not fun because I was not prepared. It only lasted 24 hours, so that's good. But I was in like immense pain, and I was like, I should not be dealing with this, 9 months on testosterone. But yeah, I'm back on T at the same dose that I was before, so I don't know. I don't really know if it was worth it to go off. But, I mean, I didn't have a blood clot, so that's good. And it is better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, safe. Yep, that's the phrase. And then also, I don't know if I mentioned on my last video, but I have been, which was quite a while ago, my mom and I have been looking into top surgery, and so I now have an appointment for the surgery, for top surgery, August 21st. I'm going to Dr. Crane in San Francisco. I fly up there the 20th, and then that's my pre-op appointment, and then 21st surgery, and then I have to stay there for like a week-ish. I think it's like 6 days. For my post-op. And also in case like there's any complications. Which kind of sucks because that ends up being, coincides with the start date of the school the community college that I plan to go to. So that's an issue that will hopefully get worked out soon. I'm kind of procrastinating on that. I'm a big procrastinator. What else? Oh, yeah, and on that vein, recently I found that, like, binding is getting really hard on me. It's taken its toll. I used to be able to bind, like, all day, no problem, which is not healthy. You're not supposed to bind, I think it's, like, more than 10 hours a day, and I usually would. But it's, like, when you're at school or something, school is like 8 hours, and then you do after school stuff, and so it ends up being that, like, I would wear my binder like 12 hours a day, if not longer. But it's like, it's because I was out, and I can't be out without a binder on. Yeah, but so I did that for like probably about a year or more. It's like binding pretty much all day, every day. And then recently I've cut back a little bit. I still don't, I mean, because I'm not in school right now, I don't go out as much, so I just try not to bind at home, and if like I don't look down, I'm okay as far as dysphoria is concerned. And I still like, or I'll use other methods to bind, just without the actual binder, because my back has been killing me, and I'd rather be able to bind when I need to, like when I have to go out somewhere, than like wear it all the time and then get to a certain point where I just can't bind at all. If that makes sense, if I'm explaining myself well. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I do that. It's not just the video. That's how I talk. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I know in my last video I said I'd mention stuff about camp, which I will do because I'm getting ready to go again. That's also in August. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. Hopefully I can start doing this more regularly, and it won't be another like 8 months from now. 8 months from now that I make a video.